Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. If you like investing in some of the most undervalued minerals in the world, this is the channel for you. So just hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like this content. Today, we're going to go over gold and silver update. I know gold got hit pretty hard, same with silver. Is this the bottom? Are we going to continue to go? Let's look at the charts. Let's see what we got. I charted something a little bit different. Let's see what we're at. So, silver and gold update here. So first, we're going to go over a couple of market conditions. We'll jump right in. So this is a 30-year U.S. Treasury. And one thing I want everyone to focus on is that this is the yield, and it broke to the upside. The 30-year did. This is the one that's, the 30 years a lot less manipulated than the 10-year. So that's why I pulled the 30-year. Clear break to the upside. This typically indicates that we have inflation coming. The bond market, the smart investors, think that inflation's coming, they're selling their bonds, and interest rates are going higher. That is the smart money move. That's why I that's why I continue to monitor bonds. Bonds are smart money, and I say, hey, look, what's the bond market doing? The stock market typically lags the bond market. So I don't look at stocks, I look at bonds, and that's kind of our leading indicator. They think inflation's coming. Eventually, this is going to work its way to other minerals, metals, and stocks. So gold, I chart it like this, and I threw two lines in there. Perhaps this is going to come back a little bit. Nobody has a crystal ball, or maybe we're right at the bottom here if we do another trend line through here. It all depends how you draw these trend lines. And it's difficult to project exactly what's going to happen, but we can get into the near-term charts to see what the momentum's looking like. But this is a big picture view, and there isn't a ton of support right below this. Next is gold. I drew it a little bit differently. I drew a trend line through here, and I drew a trend line through here. Again, we're on the bottom side of this trend line. We came up and touched it, and then came back down. It was a big move down, so we may have some time down here to slow off that large momentum to the downside. Next, silver. Silver's in this uptrend, doesn't look nearly as bad, it doesn't look as bad as gold from a technical charting standpoint. But we're in this uptrend and we're moving in this uptrend, so not too bad. So here's gold. This is GLD. We're in this downtrend here. I drew a line here, and there is support there. There is, if you look at it from this perspective. Perhaps this is a shoulder, head, shoulder, and maybe we come back down in it. I don't know. Obviously, we're going to have to find out, but this is one thing to look at because this is a lot of momentum here. And sometimes it's difficult to work this momentum off, and I haven't seen the buyer step in yet. So this could potentially roll over and come back down. Maybe we grind sideways for a little bit. Tough to say. SLV, same thing. We've got this downtrend here. We broke out of the downtrend. Big momentum move down. It fought its way back up, but there's no buyers here. See how small these candlesticks are? And it punched lower. So we might punch a little bit lower back to this trend line. We'll see what happens. This could be a shoulder, a head, and then a shoulder developing, and maybe we come back to this line back here, low 22s down here. Next is DSVMF. We're still in this chart pattern. I'm just showing you a silver exploration company. We're right at the bottom of this chart pattern. Sitting there, chilling. Wheat and precious metals. I took a big picture view here. This could be a shoulder, head, shoulder pattern developing. Maybe we come all the way back down here. I don't know. It's potential. We'll see what happens. Here is Metalla. Now this is kind of weird. We just saw wheat and precious metals looking like it's kind of getting bearish. But then if you look at Metalla, this thing's going up pretty nice. So could be shoulder, head, shoulder developing, and maybe we'll come back to $10, $50, $11. Here's Sandstorm Gold. Broke out of its little pattern here. Couldn't go anywhere and then went back into the pattern. We've still got this downtrend and hasn't broken this downtrend yet either. Here's wheat and precious metals zoomed in. We're in this kind of pattern just meandering downward. We haven't broke the pattern yet, but this is the pattern, and this is what it looks like meandering lower. Here's EMX Royalty, another royalty company that's got copper and precious metals. This thing's breaking out to the upside. So we've got companies that are breaking to the upside. We've got companies that are in downtrends moving lower. So it's very, very difficult read. I saw SILJ, looks like that was heading lower with it closed pretty low. Momentum is going to the downside. I think that momentum is going to have to get worked off before we turn around and head higher. So I'd be very patient here. I wouldn't be buying yet. Just be patient. Wait for this momentum to dissipate first before jumping all in. At least that's my recommendation. That's what I'm doing. So if you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you're not too frustrated over the correction period in gold and silver. It'll come. Be patient. The market conditions are still there. Bonds are signaling that inflation's coming. That's what you got to focus on. You got to position for what's going to happen in the future, not what's happening today. Thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.